Today was another very successful day for Lucid Motors stock, closing regular trading up 8.46%, down 0.70% in after hours. So definitely a huge win for anybody invested in Lucid Motors. This has been a long time coming in the making where we are really looking bullish. But in this video, I do want to go over the possibility for a bit of a gamma squeeze next week. I wouldn't make any trades based around this. That is up to you guys if you want to. I am just here to present the facts as well as talk about some reasonings why Lucid Motors is still ripping. And even in after hours, we just jumped up to only negative 0.26%. So there's a lot of bullish activity, a lot of things you guys need to be made aware about. So let's get into this video. And first and foremost, I'm not even going to ask you guys to like the video, subscribe to the channel, anything like that. That is totally up to you. But I do want to shout out, her name is Madison. I used to talk to her. Well, she used to be my ex. I started talking to her again. She was in a really bad accident, and no, they weren't drinking, nothing like that. The actual driver was killed on the scene, died right away. She survived. She was in a coma when they found her. She had a brain bleed, and I mean, she still has swelling, but they were in surgery for about 4 hours, took a piece of her skull out to make sure and monitor, keep the, fluids down. And that has since been working. She is conscious a little bit here and there. She does have a broken humerus bone in her shoulder, which is a really, really bad break, I'm told. And overall, it looks like she will make a full recovery over time. It's definitely going to be about 6 months before she is probably longer than that, might be a year before she's ever able to work again. So if you guys do want to donate, if you are in a financial situation to be able to, even $5, it doesn't matter to me if you guys do or not. I'm not telling you guys to by any means. Should be a full tax write-off, but I'm not a tax professional, so definitely contact them. But if you guys don't do anything, just keep her in your thoughts, keep her in your prayers, all that good stuff. But that is linked in the pinned comment if you guys do want to support that way. I do appreciate everybody. Most of these donations have come from you guys, so I do greatly appreciate it. But with that being said, let's get straight into this video. And let's first off acknowledge the situation that initially caused Lucid Motors to go up, but now I think the markets are starting to price in some even bigger announcements that may be coming in the near term future. So as we do know, Lucid just got an EPA rating. The Environmental Protection Agency just confirmed that Lucid Motors vehicles, their first one that is coming out is going to be 520 miles on a single charge. But also at the same time, which I was not aware of this until I did look on their Twitter, the Grand Touring was also confirmed to be 516 miles range on a single charge. So definitely looking to be a huge win for Lucid Motors. I think this helps to explain some of the rally, but considering how many shares are outstanding, 1.6 billion shares, and the move that we have made, I mean, in the past week going up about 14%, monstrous move, a lot of liquidity going into this stock. So I don't really think that or the price target from Bank of America at $30 per share in the next 12 to 18 months is really suggestive of all of this activity going into Lucid Motors stock. I also think at the same time, the markets are starting to price in some good news coming for Lucid Motors. And what is the good news that we are all waiting for Lucid Motors? This is a bit tinfoil hat like, but we are all waiting for the delivery day to be announced because they do have over $1 billion worth of pre-orders that have already paid for their, put the deposit down for their vehicles. So these are more than likely going to go through. They are refundable down payments, but I do think a majority of them are actually going to go through. And I think it's safe to say, people know people in Lucid Motors, hedge funds, institutions, they know some of these people in the board of Lucid Motors. There's an extensive board with people that have leadership experience that have been involved in all different kinds of companies. So if that is the case, if they are talking about this potential day, you may see hedge funds, institutions buying into the stock, as well as the market just overall starting to price in some of this good news right now. So it's definitely a good time to be a Lucid Motors shareholder in my personal opinion. And we will also be going over my position after we do take a look at the Ortex data, the technical analysis, and the gamma squeeze situation. So let's get into a little bit of the Ortex data. And what I want to point out is we're not really prone for a short squeeze per se. As far as the short interest percentage of free float is only at 6.39%, but I do want to point out the current shares that are sold short of 34 4.67 million is a relatively large amount compared to the volume that we see on any given day. As you can see yesterday, only at about 46 million for volume. So that is almost the whole day's worth of volume yesterday that is still sold short into the stock. But it is a relatively low actual percentage of the outstanding float. So in that sense, you can see a bit of short squeeze activity, but I wouldn't expect a full out short squeeze just based off of this. Also, the share utilization is at 95.27%. That means that it's relatively a hard stock to borrow, but we have seen this come down even in the last video that I made yesterday at about 99% share utilization, now down about 4 percentage points. So there's more shares available to be sold short, and we're going to have to see what happens with the free float on loan. If this number does go up, meaning obviously hedge funds institutions took out loans and are either planning on selling these shares short, or they think it's too risky and will return them. But we are not seeing the free float on loan going up yet. So those are the important things to know. Obviously, you can see a bit of short squeeze activity. Like I said, I wouldn't expect a full out short squeeze, but more of a gamma squeeze is definitely on the table. And just a brief look at the technical analysis. Watch to see if we can remain above $22 per share. That should serve as a support level at this current moment, especially since we are seeing this bounce in after hours. Now up in after hours 0.35% at $23.05. It's definitely looking very bullish for this continued rally. But after that, watch for the $25 level to be some resistance. That's really what I'm expecting. Even the $23 level today, if you pull it out to the 15-minute candlestick chart, the $23 level was a bit of resistance throughout the whole entire day today. We were obviously above that for a certain percentage of the day, but overall it was a resistance level. So that is all I really want to point out from that. Let's talk about the potential for a gamma squeeze. And I'm not thinking anything crazy is going to happen, but the $23 strike, you're looking at 20,443 for open interest. That controls about 2.04 million shares that would have to be bought by the market makers. So if this does happen, you're likely to see a boost well above $23. Also at the $24, $25, $26, $27 strike, you're seeing in between about 3,500 for open interest at the $25 strike, and the lowest strike in between those strikes is the $27 strike at 1,648 for open interest. So relatively high amount, especially at the $23 strike. So I do think you're going to see some level of hedging from the market makers to basically ensure that they don't have unlimited risk. They do that by selling the calls and then buying the shares. So that's the situation with the gamma squeeze. In short, I wouldn't expect anything too crazy, but nevertheless, that 20,443 for open interest is a very large amount relative to what we normally see on the Lucid Motors options chain. Now, let's talk about my position. Obviously, it's been a winning position. Now I am positive on my position, up 7.39%. For the total, today's return actually up $561 or 8.83%. Average cost $21.46, 300 shares, portfolio diversity of 18.71%. And like I said in the last videos, what I will say in every single video, do not do this unless you have full faith in the company. Whatever company you are investing in, 18.5%, that's a ridiculous amount, but I have full faith in Lucid Motors. I think the next couple of months are going to be good for the stock as we see more price targets start to come out. Obviously, probably going to be in the $30 to even $40, $50 range. That's my personal opinion. So I do expect a big rally in the next couple of months, but that is only my opinion. I am not a financial advisor, not a financial planner or your dad. So ultimately, I have no say so in what you do with your investments, and I'm not telling you to buy or sell Lucid Motors, just presenting to you guys my opinions and the facts behind Lucid Motors. So I do have some large trades as well. I do have a Lucid 1750 put that I did sell for October 15th. And I like to do this with passive income. And worst comes to worst, I want to buy more Lucid Motors. So if I did, I would have to buy 100 shares at $17.50 per share. But I can never lose this average credit per share, which is $137 I collected for initiating this trade. So my break even on these shares would be $16.13, and I will buy Lucid Motors at $16 any day of the week, year, or month. But the only downside to this is you actually have to put up the $1,750 when you do make this trade. And obviously, if you wanted to get out of this trade, I could sell out right now, make $100 profit, and I would just have to buy this contract back. It says right here, buy to close, sell to open. So if you wanted to close this, you would click the buy to sell, type in your one, and hopefully get filled at the current price. So that is that trade. Then I do have a Lucid 2250 call, and this is obviously for January 20th, 2023. It's currently worth $835. I am up $135 on this, or about 20%. Average cost per share. So I bought this contract for $700. So I am up a sizable amount, nothing too crazy. I am looking to really ride this rally to the top or close to the top, and then to either ghetto spread this by selling, you know, a $23 strike, $24, $25 strike, collecting more than $700 back so I can keep a free trade on the table, or just sell out of this and then roll this over to a 2024 contract. So that is all I have for this video. Hopefully you guys got some clarity that what the situation is, the potential for a gamma squeeze as well. So do all that good stuff. Drop the like on the video if you guys want to. Consider subscribing to the channel. Also check out the 4 links linked down below in the description. There's a link for the buy and sell alerts. If you guys want to be notified every time I make a trade, whether it's a day trade, swing trade, or long-term investment with stock, options, and crypto, we keep it very inexpensive, so anybody is financially able to join if they do want to expand their knowledge with all of these different strategies and income sources that we can provide with that program. So that's why we keep it very inexpensive. Check it out, link down below in the description, as well as if you guys want to support the channel, get totally free stock with Public, as well as deposit $100 with Webull, get 4 free stocks, each of them potentially worth up to $2,400 a piece. So those are the links down below. The pinned comment will be the link for the GoFundMe if you guys want to do that. If not, just say a prayer or keep her in your thoughts. I do love and appreciate every single one of you guys. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you in the next video.